Notice of a public meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Brownsville. Pursuant to Chapter 551, Title 5 of the Texas Government Code, the Texas Open Meetings Act, notice is hereby given that the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Brownsville, Texas has scheduled a regular meeting on Thursday, December 5th, 2024 at 5:38 p.m. in the Commission Chambers on the second floor of the Brownsville City Hall, Old Federal Building located at 1001 East Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Cameron County, Texas, 78520.
Good evening, everyone. I apologize for our lateness today. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Currently there.
A roll call, please.
Malia Benson,
Eliza Vasquez.
Aida Rodriguez,
David Betancourt.
Ruano Bell.
Thank you.
Currently, there are no updates and comments. Next would be approval of the minutes for the regular meeting on November 7th, 2024.
I need a motion.
motion to approve the minutes.
I second.
We have a first and a second motion. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Items for individual consideration. Consideration and action to grant a subdivision waiver for Castorena subdivision, as well as a subdivision waiver for Maria del Jesus subdivision, both located in the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the city of Brownsville from the municipal plating process and solely proceeding with Cameron County jurisdiction.
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second.
We have a first and a second motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries.
Consent agenda items. Consideration and action, Inwood subdivision, section 3, preliminary plat. Consideration and action, Villas de Villas subdivision, preliminary plat. Staff has found both applications complete pending minor red lines, as well as some thoroughfare alignment for the Inwood subdivision.
I motion to approve the grant subdivision waiver.
I'll second that motion.
We have a first and a second motion. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
Public hearings. Public hearing and action on ordinance number 235-2024-035-S to request a specific use permit in a commercial corridor zoning designation to allow an event center for 5,453 square feet out of 5.32 acres. John R. Palmer Jr. Tract, Survey 551, Share 22, Espiritu Santo Grant, Cameron County, Texas, located at 1425 Ruben Torres Boulevard, Brownsville, Texas, 78526. As mentioned, this is a request to grant a specific use permit. The current zoning for this area is commercial corridor. The proposed use is an event center, and this property is currently fronting Ruben Torres Boulevard.
Do you have any maps?
One moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll just give us a few minutes, I think we're having technical problems.
Next slide, please. This is the 200-foot buffer map. There were 5 mailouts and 0 written opposition. This is the current zoning map. As you can see, the predominant area is commercial corridor. There is residential estate, residential single family, and residential transition to the north, as well as some residential single family to the far south. This is another aerial view of the location. This is a floor plan of the proposed event center, be consisting of 2 suites, I believe. Staff recommendation is the request is not consistent with the comprehensive plan and future land use plan. However, staff remains neutral and will follow the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission to grant a specific use permit in commercial corridor to allow an event center. If approved, the use will be subject to the following conditions, which would be sound mitigation regulations. These measures, sound mitigation measures and interior finish out materials such as acoustic tiles or other approved sound dampening insulators shall be installed to maintain a noise level less than or equal to 60 decibels when measured at the common property line shared by the noise emitting use and adjacent residential zoning districts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public hearing. If there's anyone that would like to speak on this topic, if you would come forward.
Motion to close public hearing.
I'll second that.
We have a first and a second motion to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. I will say that I just came from that shopping center, and at this time of evening, it was a little after 5 o'clock when I was there. The parking lot was pretty full.
Can you pull the map again?
Sorry?
Map.
Oh,
Is
yes,
the map
you can go back. One more.
Commissioners have any questions? That's the Starbucks on the left, the lower left. Yes.
Can you go back to the design? So this is an event center?
Yes.
Proposed
Proposed
Yeah,
event center.
proposed event center, yes.
Nobody's
Five-
here.
5,453 square feet. So it's
How many?
5,453 square feet.
Yeah, nobody here representing the,
I believe,
Applicant?
yes, there's someone representing.
Do we have questions for the developer?
What's the capacity of how many people is this
Uh,
place fit?
The moment, I'm not too sure. Usually when they submit these plans, our building department inspections will calculate what the occupant load would be.
Okay.
So at the moment, not too sure.
Any further questions?
You said there was no opposition.
There was no opposition.
What hours of operation do you think they're going to keep?
I believe it would mostly be in the evening, but I'm not 100% sure what they're proposing.
Yeah. Yes, sir. If you'll come to the podium and state your name.
My name is Israel Rodriguez. I'm actually the owner and operator of this proposed event center.
Okay.
Referring back to the question that you were asking of the proposed hours or whatever typical event center are designated right now from 7 to 1 a.m. as normal, or 12, roughly around there. We as an event center are taking every protocol necessary that the city or the zoning planning commission is imposing on us to soundproof the event center, to restrict as much sound possible and not disturb the public around. I do agree with you. It is a very active property. I also am the administrator of the property. I administrate for the actual owners out of Dallas, Dixie Partners. And together in conjunction with them, we thought that this would be a perfect business to bring into the area. Up to most recently, we've had our shares and struggles to trying to get business flow into that property itself. Majority of the time you see the property itself is full is because of Starbucks. Who doesn't love Starbucks here in Brownsville? That keeps us traffic flow full of the parking lot majority of the time. We're barely getting in new tenants right next to the proposed event center. We just recently had a thrift store that's about to do their ribbon cutting next week. So we're adding, hopefully the event center will bring, some more business flow into the area.
So this thrift center that's coming in, do they know that the event center is going to be right
Yes,
next to
they've been
them?
aware since they were initially, before signing the contract back in July or June, when they signed with us to move in. They actually are pretty excited that it's opening right next to them because they're ready to throw as the owner of that thrift store. She's actually the chief operating officer for Valley Regional. She's actually excited too. She wants to throw her kid's birthday party right next door. So everybody, the feedback we've been getting, they're all excited. It's a prime location for them, instead of going further out in Brownsville, they just love the location where it's at right now.
Okay, so no opposition.
We have not heard anything negative as of now.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any more questions?
What is on each side of the proposed?
On the left side, I don't know, on the left side of it, of the proposed event center, that's where the event center, not the event center, the thrift store is about to open. On the right side is where Holiday Liquor is at currently right now.
Can you go back to the plaza? Please. So the liquor store is on the right and thrift store on the left?
Well, if you look at from this side, the liquor store is to the left
Left
and the thrift store is on the right.
at the corner.
And then further this way, we have small little offices. We have a financial planner. And then around the curve, we have other businesses, a furniture store. But primarily, majority of the businesses, they end up closing by 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So after 4 or 5 o'clock, the plaza's dead besides the liquor store. That closes around 9 o'clock. And then after that 9 o'clock, the property is basically empty.
What was the capacity for the facility?
The facility, we are projecting it right now about 250 people.
How many parking spaces do you have there?
Honestly, I cannot give you that amount, Madam Chairman, but the plans that our developer projected is more than enough for the 250 that we tend to have for this event center.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. What is the commission's wish?
Can you go back to the recommendation?
Oh, I'm sorry. We did.
Can we go back to the recommendation, please? Sorry.
Personally, my concern would be the parking and the noise, but if most of those businesses are going to be closed at 4 or 5 o'clock and they're willing to follow the recommendation of sound barriers.
Madam Chair, I'm going to make the recommendation that we approve the applicant's request.
I second it.
We have a first and a second for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
Public hearing and action on ordinance number 235-2024-036-S to rezone light industrial to heavy industrial with a specific use permit to allow an air separation plant with a maximum structural elevation of 200 feet for a tract of land comprised of all of Lot 6, Block 1, North Brownsville Industrial Park subdivision, and 8.95 acres being all out of Tract 4, Parcel 2, Tract 38, by this partition of Share 19, Espiritu Santo Grant, Cameron County, Texas, located at 7225 Industrial Circle, Brownsville, Texas, 78526. As mentioned, this is a request to rezone from heavy industrial, to rezone to heavy industrial with a specific use permit. The current zoning for that lot, those two lots are light industrial. The proposed use is an air separation plant with a maximum structural elevation of 200 feet. And the property is currently fronting Industrial Circle. This is a 200-foot buffer. There were 8 mailouts with 0 written opposition. This is the current zoning map. As you can see, predominantly north and south is light industrial with some heavy industrial already mixed in. To the east is undeveloped land, zoned single family. And then to the west is a mixture of commercial corridor and regional center. This is another aerial view of the location. This is a layout of the proposed plant. This is a 3D rendering of the plant as well. The request is not consistent with the comprehensive plan and future land use plan. However, staff remains neutral and will follow the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission to rezone from light industrial to heavy industrial with a specific use permit to allow an air separation plant. If approved, this use will be subject to the following conditions through the specific use permit, which would be a maximum structural elevation of 200 feet.
Can we go back to the aerial so I can see where the subject property is? So it's on the south side of the railroad tracks. Is that not the one that's being constructed right now?
No, there's nothing there right now.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public hearing. If there's anyone who would like to speak on this topic, if you'd come forward and state your name, please.
Good afternoon, Board. My name is Elsa Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Industrial Park Development with the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation. I'm here supporting this rezoning. We have been, well, JBIC, as you may know him, we have been working to bring industry to this section. We have all the way from the Titan building, which is the largest industrial building that we have in Brownsville, all the way north to Paredes Design, all the way north to 511. East of that, we're currently working on the industrial park that is 700 acres as well. So we're maintaining this industrial corridor as the way we are planning, or it has planned to be. So we're here on behalf of the city. The mayor is aware of this project. Some of the commissioners are aware. Most of the city manager's office as well. And we're basically supporting this project to move forward.
Ms. Elizad, can you tell me exactly what this air separation plant does?
What they would do basically would take the carbon dioxide from there and basically separate it and convert it to, just to give you an example, oxygen. So the hospitals use oxygen, and it will be basically a fuel that will be taken from the air, compressing it, and then setting it as part of what they will be doing, just to keep it a little bit simple.
So this is almost 9 acres, and how big is this plant going to be?
So the size that we'll be building on is 5 acres. However, this project will be basically joining the two properties. One that is on the north side is currently landlocked, and we're basically adjoining to the lots 6 that is already subdivided. So we're adding into the industrial park.
Okay. Any other questions?
Is there more stuff there now? I mean, I don't know if this map is accurate, but
Yes, no, so the areas are already a little bit old. I think they have a little bit over a year. We're currently on the process of building, well, the building that the lot that is just across the corner along Paredes, that's it's already a warehouse That's already 103,000. That's currently under construction. Then we have Siwa on lot 4. That's another 40,000 square feet that are currently built. Then we have another one on the south end. That's another 80,000 that are 40 that are already constructed and 40 that are being added into it. We pretty much have it sold out as we speak. And we have a couple building permits is basically receiving those plans to build for this next coming year. But we're looking into at least 310,000 square feet of industrial space on the area within the next 2 years.
So there's 1 or 2 houses, I mean, not houses, warehouses under construction right in this area, right?
3.
3? Oh,
Yes.
wow. And so is this a new company to our community?
Yes.
Good. Any other questions? Or is there anyone else that wants to speak on this topic? Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you.
I need a motion to close public hearing.
Motion to close public hearing?
Second that.
We have a first and a second motion to close public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries.
Madam Chair, I'm going to make a motion to approve the applicant's request.
I second.
We have a first and a second motion for approval. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
Public hearing and action on ordinance number 235-2024-037 to rezone from light industrial to regional center to allow a retail center for 5.28 acres out of Lot 2, Block 213, and Lot 3, Block 214, El Jardín re-subdivision, Cameron County, Texas, located at 7004 FM 511, Brownsville, Texas 78526. This request again is to rezone to regional center. The current zoning for that property and most of the area is light industrial. The proposed use is going to be a retail center, and the property is currently fronting FM 511. This is the 200-foot buffer map. There were 6 mailouts with 0 written opposition. This is the zoning map. As you can see, the predominant area is light industrial with the ETJ to the north, as well as some commercial corridor to the southeast. Another aerial view for you to see. The request is consistent with the comprehensive plan and future land use plan, and staff does recommend approval to rezone from light industrial to regional center.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a public hearing. If there's anyone who would wish to speak on this topic, if you'd come forward.
I make a motion to close public hearing.
Second.
We have a first and a second motion to close public hearing. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to go with the staff's recommendation of approving this. Transition from light industrial to regional center.
Do we have any sketches of what they're going to do with the property?
Not at the moment, no.
It is Varco that's going to be the developer?
I'm not too sure who the developer is going to be. Apologies.
I think it is. And they've done a really good job of other retail centers in the city.
Can you go to the map one more time?
This is over there by the industrial park. I believe
NAFTA.
NAFTA. There's a Love's truck stop around the area.
Any other questions?
Yeah, what's there on the bottom of the shaded red area? Is that a truck yard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Trailer yard?
I believe it's for sale too and has been for some time.
You know, I'm just, you know, we got problems with transloading diesel fuel right now with the Mexican trucks coming over. I'm just wondering if that's been, you know, that was considered in the request. But
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second? We have a second?
I second.
We have a first and a second motion to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I second.
Before we adjourn, I want to thank Commissioner De Los Santos for joining us this evening. We welcome you. I'm sorry we didn't acknowledge you earlier. It is 6:03. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for your attendance.